Set to vote on a deal that could keep some cities from leaving the transit network.
It would give member cities back a portion of their sales tax revenue. Chris Sadeghi is joining us live from downtown Dallas. And Chris, DART is really running out of time to convince these member cities to take the vote off the ballot.
They are, Dia, and that's why there's some wheeling and dealing being done as DART's trying to keep some of these member cities in the transit system. But some longtime riders wonder if maybe they're giving up too much in these deals. Later today, there's a special called meeting for the DART board to vote on the new funding structure of what member cities would pay to be a part of the system. And this comes after the city of Dallas voted to give up their majority control of the board in hopes of keeping those other member cities in the system, because Plano, Irving, Addison, Farmers Branch, and the Park cities are currently scheduled to hold elections in May to let voters decide if they want to keep funding DART service. Now, that could be taken off the ballot if a deal is struck, but a group called the Dallas Area Transit Alliance, a group of DART riders and advocates, say that DART might be conceding a lot with very little in return in these deals, and that maybe the best decision is left to the voters.
There's definitely a thought of, maybe this election is what we need to show that DART is popular, that DART is valuable, and that it would be a mistake for these city councils to turn their backs on their constituents.
And that DART board meeting is scheduled for 3 o'clock this afternoon to vote on a strategic funding solution. Mark and Dia.
All right, Chris, we know that if there's no deal reached and that election does happen in May, if voters decide to leave DART, what happens next?
Well, Mark, from what we've heard from DART, if these cities hold these elections and the voters vote to withdraw from the DART system, DART service would stop immediately. And keep in mind, those elections happen just a few weeks before the beginning of the World Cup here in North Texas.